Nothing like a little dandelion tea to start the video off. That's some good stuff. Hopefully, we can get through this before it starts sleeting again, or possibly snowing. Yeah, figure it out. October in this kind of weather. Anyway, welcome friends to another episode of Cooking with Bob. This has kind of been a request. A friend of mine wanted to see me cook with eggs in a bottle again, and that's what we're going to do. If you recall, a while back we did roast beef and hash and eggs. Well, I figured, you know what? Today we're going to go all out, and we're going to go with some corned beef hash, eggs, and cheese with a little bacon on the side. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pop our corned beef on our pan, and I've got my fire pit set up a little different, or my trench fire, than I normally would. Let's get this lid off here. There we go. So this is our warming side over here. This is our cooking area on this section here. Then over there is where we're going to prep our wood for the coals. We're going with a medium heat on the corned beef so we don't burn it like I did last time. Oh, that's kind of meaty. Get out of there. I think it's frozen in a freaking can. Yep. That is a lot of corned beef. Oh my goodness. That looks so good though. It definitely looks a little different than the roast beef did. Alright, there we go. That should. Now we're going to do this slow and slow. Yeah, that is definitely kind of frozen. Oh my. That's going to take a little longer than I thought, unfortunately. But we're going to definitely cook that low and slow right there on a medium heat. So we're probably going to look at least 10 to 15 minutes on that. And then halfway through, when I think it's just about done, or 3/4 of the way through, we're going to go ahead and put our bacon on. I do believe we're at our halfway mark here. I found some more aluminum foil. There we go. And put that on top to help hold the heat in because it was a little frozen. The current temperature now is, I think, 33 degrees. Yeah, it's cold. So what we're going to do next is we're going to put on our bacon stick. Actually, no, let's flip this over. Like so. That, my friends, is the sound of freedom. Train. Okay. I had a package of the pre-cooked bacon in the fridge. I think that's where it was. I don't know if I was supposed to take it or not, if it was for a recipe of some kind. But we went ahead and grabbed it. Hopefully I won't get too much trouble. We're just going to throw it on our bacon wrap, or on our bacon stick. Now if you notice, I've got that wrapped with aluminum foil. There's a reason for that. A lot of times the sap from the tree will infuse with the bacon, so it's kind of a good idea to protect it from, or keep that from happening basically. So I went ahead and put the aluminum foil on there. Oh my. That is smelling really good. Well, heck, this is frozen too. You know, that might heat up a little too fast, so let's get it off the fire a bit. Is there any left now? Okay, I officially now have more food than I can actually eat. We're going to give this, I want to say, not much longer. Let's go with another 5 minutes on that, then we'll get our eggs ready. And it's some good stuff. Yeah, it's been about 5 or 6 minutes. Yeah, I think this is definitely heated up. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way for a minute. We're going to put it on our little plate right here. Plop. Yeah, we definitely burned it a little bit. Not a big deal though, friends. And we're going to fold this little guy up. And remember, I said we got a warming section. That's what this part of our fire pit is set up for. And how's the bacon doing? Oh yeah, it's starting to thaw nicely. Now we can spread it out a little bit. Probably have to roll it just a little bit there. Okay. Next, we're going to go ahead and prep for our eggs. Put this up here. We're going to switch utensils over. We're going to be using my little spatula. And I actually stole some butter from the house too. Yes, we're actually using butter. I think, no, this is margarine. And you can tell it started to freeze too. Not good. Not good at all. There we go. Let's go ahead and start melting that. I think. Okay. And we got our egg in the bottle. We're just going to shake that up. And somewhere I've got some salt and pepper. I think we need to increase the temperature underneath our pan, so we're going to knock some more coals underneath of it. And we're going to drop a couple more pieces down here to start drying because it did rain and sleet last night and all this wood is just freaking wet. So we're going to get that dry. Get our butter melted. We got our eggs somewhere. I have some salt and pepper. We got to have salt and pepper in the old condiment package. Yeah, oh cool, we got more dandelion tea. Guess what I'm going to make later? More dandelion tea. And we have some pepper. And I don't see my hot sauce. Did I use it all? I guess I did. So we're going to have to liberate some more hot sauce the next time I go to a convenience store. That's a darn shame. There we go. That's melting quite nicely. Let's go ahead and push it around a little bit there. I think that's going to be enough butter. We might have to drop some more in a little bit later on. Now we're going to go ahead and pour our eggs in. Plop. Oh yeah, this will not take long at all. Then when we're almost through, it's over here in my trash pile, we're going to drop our cheese in. But first, a little salt and pepper. And there we go. Oh yeah, that's not going to take long at all. We're looking probably 4 to 5 minutes on the eggs. Our eggs are almost done. A couple things to remember. We got to keep flipping our corned beef and hash so it doesn't burn to the tin foil. And then every once in a while, we simply roll our bacon here. There we go, so it gets thoroughly cooked. Another cool thing about the aluminum is it absorbs the heat and it will help cook the top of the bacon. Alright, so we're going to put our cheese on. There we go. Alright, this is really going to be interesting. We're going to take a little water. We're going to pour it in the pan on both sides. Then we're going to cover it and let it sit a couple minutes. It's not going to take long. And what we're doing is basically we're steaming the eggs to make them puff up, and it helps to melt the cheese. I think that's been long enough. Oh yeah, we've almost over melted our eggs. Alright, so what we're going to do now is going to take our corned beef, which is still a little warm, thanks to the heating tray. And where did my, there it is. Let's get this over, yep, let's go. Move that over a bit. Like so. We're going to drop that corned beef in there. We're going to heat it up again. Ah, look at that. Oh my, that looks good. There we go. That's only going to take a minute. Then we're going to taste test a piece of bacon. Bacon's good. Oh my God, bacon is definitely good. Let's go ahead and throw that on there. I am going to set my mouth on fire. And something very important, friends, make sure you pack your trash out. I know if you think you're going to throw aluminum foil on the fire that it will melt and burn up, it will not. You need an extremely hot fire for that to happen. Alright, here is our meal. You look at that. Corned beef, hash, eggs with cheese, and bacon. Time for the taste test. We're going to go with the corned beef first. It is very good, very warm. It's got an interesting flavor to it though. Can't quite figure it out. Kind of, it's like a meaty, chunky flavor. Huh, interesting. Oh well, we're going to go with our eggs. Oh yeah. Eggs are definitely good. Oh my. Eggs are good and extremely hot, and of course a little bacon. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm probably going to eat the whole thing. Alright friends, I'm going to wrap this video up because it is getting darker and colder. There's a good chance that we're going to get a little snow. Or sleet or rain. I'm not sure what's going to happen. So if you have any recipes that you use with corned beef, I thought we were going to get to the video without me doing that, but no, it just didn't happen. If you have any recipes with corned beef and hash that are your favorites, please put them down in the comment section. And heads up, it does take me a while to answer the comment section due to my work situation. And like always, friends, thanks for watching.